My only response was,
"Thank you for recognizing me, ma'am. I'll let Ball know your reservations are still on."
the Midnight Wolf. My name is the Midnight Wolf. I'm a Dodge SRTA muscle car built to drive, not sit in a garage. My first Alpha didn't appreciate me, and I fell into a state of decay and neglect until my new Alpha for life saw my full potential and rescued me from fading away. I'm American muscle car, eating asphalt daily, the way a true muscle car should. I'm not a race car, but every now and then my Alpha treats me to a Ford or Chevy. I don't care for foreign cars, not worth my gas. And I won't take on anything Dodge. After all, I'm not a cannibal. I'll ask with a little respect if you see me cruising the highways. Failure to do this could mean you will have a bad moon risen in your immediate future. That's a soft launch for this. Obviously, we're doing I Am Very Badass. I think this was like at a car show or something. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't like it. I don't hate it. Just a little heads up to you effing spinless goose that were in my backyard today. Now you effing goose have crossed the line. You done goofed. And coming to my yard, you're effed because your effing low-life Fs can't... This is difficult to read. Can't keep you toothless mouth shut. I will not hear, who the F was here, and when I do, then I'm coming for every effing one of you goofs. If you had any balls at all, you would come now. You know what it means when someone calls you goofs, you spinless Fs. So if there were 3, bring it. I'm good to effing go, but I'm not gonna. I'm sure you gentlemen don't have the balls, so keep your eyes in the back of your head because I will be seeing you so that I can put my word on you effing goofs. You are in for beatings of your lives, so poo your big boy pants on you effing little pukes. You're all gonna get a lesson in life. You effing fall down, low life, dick sicking goose. God dang, man. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones to read. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Nothing says peaked in high school like getting out of your vehicle to start a fight in the road. Lol, what? Nothing says coward than being scared of a fight, especially if the guy's deserving of it. Fights been happening since before high school was even a thing. Love your true comment. Found the van driver. Good old peaked in high school comment. Nerds got strong fingers typing nowadays. Highway is pretty pathetic though. Starting a fight, okay, that's the font. Starting a fight on a highway is pretty pathetic though. I have no idea. It just shows a lack of emotional maturity. Shit's never worth it, buddy. We all know you punch holes in your drywall. With that comment name, profile pic like that, I wouldn't be talking clown. I don't know what those emojis are trying to say. Internet is easily offended. Go calm down somewhere. Here's the thing about road rage. Everybody's a hard ass until you get face to face with them, and then it's like, maybe I don't want to fight you, you know? And here's the other thing, too. You got to be really careful where you are when you start an incident, because you don't know who's got what in the car with them, okay? Okay? It ain't worth it, okay? And I don't know what it is. Like, most people won't start a fight with somebody. Like, for real, they won't start a fight. They'll say they'll start a fight. No, you won't. No, you won't. Because you won't. But for some reason, when you're sitting at the helm of a 2-ton vehicle, for some reason, that gives you all this power. You're like sectioned off from the world, and you got this idea that everybody else on the road is out to just wreck your car and make you late, and everybody's against you. They're just trying to get where they're going too. Now, maybe they're doing it in the most ass way they can. Maybe they are driving a little dumb. But don't fist fight somebody for the reasons I mentioned earlier. Why are you looking for a girl that age, bruh? You gonna have kids or some ish? Having one will not gonna change anything at all, man. Next year, you should hit the gym, BT dubs. Also, don't forget self-improvement. 16 here, casually hitting the gym for a year. When you're 16, your testosterone is flowing like a faucet with no valve, okay? It's easy. Do a few push-ups, look cut as crap. Talk to me when you know, your metabolism starts to slow down and, like everything you eat refuses to leave your body. Then you can talk about a lot of unearned ego in this little comment right here. How embarrassing. Damn, you're sad. Grown men playing make-believe, and I'm sad? I carry a Japanese steel wakizashi in my vehicle. In layman's terms, it's the mid-length katana sword. I watch Rurouni Kenshin. I know what that is. Trained with mine for decades. How old are you? Along with martial arts. It is part of my everyday carry. Part of? What's the rest of your everyday carry? Difference is I know how to eviscerate another human with it. Yeah, those two are cut. I wouldn't talk down to guys building and enjoying Legos. Hold on. Is that what this is all about? Is that really what this is all about? So compare someone who's trained as an architect and uses Legos as a tangible way to express design to a couple of adults pretending to sword fight, pun intended. The difference is put a katana in their hands and let them fight a trained swordsman, and these dudes will be leaking vital fluids as they get eviscerated. This was sad having to... So I still don't understand. Are we talking about Legos and stabbing each other over Legos? Is that the context of this conversation? Because that's what this sounds like, is the context of this conversation. Taught my children to ask 3 times and pop him in the nose. Boy got off the bus holding his nose, and my son stepped off with dignity. Here's the thing about that. I'm not saying that's okay or not for kids to fight each other. Sometimes things got to happen to prove a point, okay? But it's been my experience that the second person to throw a punch in a situation is usually the one who gets busted in those situations. And it's not fair, and it's not right. You can have somebody do the death by 1,000 cuts thing until somebody finally lashes out. But then they're going to look at the one who lashed out and say, well, why did you punch him? So, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, you're kind of setting them up for failure a little bit by being like, hell yeah, punch them. They piss you off a little bit, punch them. That there's a slippery slope from that to, oh, they moderately inconvenienced you? Deck them. Hell with them. I'm a Viking war witch. This is my path. No one but me has any say in that. Your approval and opinions are not wanted nor needed. I'm not even going to read the rest of this, but I'm just going to tell you straight up here. You are not a Viking war witch. You're like Jennifer from accounting. I got called the devil once. My only response was,
"Thank you for recognizing me, ma'am. I'll let Ball know your reservations are still on."
My ex-girlfriend left me over this. Worth it. Yeah, I ran off the person that I was romantically involved with because I had to be Edgy McEdgelord. Totally worth. Oh, good. YouTube comments. I am that guy. I am kind and super friendly to everybody until they mistake that for weakness. And well, next thing you know, I am starting a physical or verbal fight. Some people just want to appear better, dominate you, or act like you're below them for some reason. Disgusting behavior. I hate faking my true personality and thought process just because of psychopaths, narcissists, abusers of some kind. I say frick 'em instead of myself. I start a physical or verbal confrontation. Hey, don't make me come over there. Don't you make me come over there. I'm gonna walk away so I don't fight you. 10 rules of masculinity. Never forget. You are not allowed to cry. Do not ever complain. Irritability or frustration or failures of frame. Making excuses is homosexual. Shifting blame is what women do. Allowing others to evoke emotion in you is giving them power over you. Anxiousness kills masculinity. Fear is not real. Depression is fake. The earth is... Oh, man. Men, you are allowed to cry. And while just rampant complaining is not healthy, you're allowed to express displeasure with the situation. It's good to not be, like, perpetually irritable, but it's okay to be in your feels sometimes. Making excuses is something everybody does, regardless of their sexual orientation. Shifting blame is what women do. Men do it too. The only one on here that really, has anything, allowing others to evoke emotion in you is giving them power over you. That is one thing I will say. This is horrible. Every bit of this is horrible. With the exception of that, I will say that when you give somebody else the power to take over your day, you are essentially submitting your livelihood to them. You have to let things roll off your back sometimes. I will say that. That is like the one thing on here that is not entirely on a video of a person being attacked by a cow. You see, this is why you carry a 50 caliber Action Express Desert Eagle with you at all times. Or you know what? You know what you could do? The same thing that we tell people who find themselves in situations that probably are not the safest thing. Don't be there in the first place, okay? Don't be in with the cow. Like, under what circumstances are you being attacked by a cow? Are you in the cow's pasture provoking the cow? Or like, was you just walking down the street one day like you was getting from the parking garage to the concert venue and a cow suddenly appears from the alleyway? Moo. I love how the man stood up immediately after the threat. I would have stood up too, immediately. My wife is so scared of something like this happening. Once I see red, it's over. Man, woman, or child can catch these hands if they threaten my wife. There's some degree of admirability about you wanting to stick up for your betrothed. But when you say a child can catch these hands if a baby accidentally throws its rattle at your wife, are you just gonna the baby? I don't think you're gonna the baby, but I recommend not. Not the best move. These people under a cursed comments video. So do I. Also, I can make my voice
Go really deep and demonic, so, yeah, I see. This is where I belong. I don't even laugh. I just sit there and smile. If this was a psychopath versus sociopath test, I would be both of them, and with the highest results. Mood, same, hashtag, relatable.
I do that because it's a thing I can do. I don't think I'm actually possessed by the devil. I don't think. Haters got a problem with my effing girl. Message me for my address. You got an effing problem, I'll fix that ish. Wolfgang! God. Ugh. Well, my life has always had a lot of hell, a lot of craziness. Eventide-ish gets good. Somehow I F it. What in the God damn it. Somehow I always bounce back. Well, for those people I care about most, whoever these people are, I'm sorry for everything that I've put you through. I love you more than anything in this world, but for the rest of the world, I want to make this very clear to all of you because I don't want anyone to be confused when I go upside their head. A lot of you didn't know me when I was younger and had nothing to lose, so you don't have a clue about what's in store. But I'll say this, don't be the periods and commas, brother. Give me a time to catch my breath. Don't be the MFer to cross me, because I have no problem doing time in prison. Yes, you do. Yeah, you've been to prison. Honestly, I have nothing left to lose. This goes for cops as well. If you try and enjoy your lives the way they are, leave me the F alone. Always know, everyone knows accidents can happen. I like when people who may be in their 20s at most, I'll go to jail. I don't give a damn. I'll go to jail. And I know people, they make mistakes and they go to jail or prison or whatever. I'm not saying nobody does. What I'm saying is the people who plan to, that's what you want to do. That's where you want to be, is in prison, because you can't control yourself when you are emotionally compromised. You can't control yourself and bring yourself back to a place where you can make reasonable decisions. That's where you want to be. You got so much to look forward to. But you're like, you know what? I'll go to prison to prove a point. Hell, I don't care. I think that's where I'm going to end it, because there's a lot of stuff on here I don't want to read. And, yeah, the badasses are getting more badass, getting bolder. And I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, bye.